What did you need help with? Why did someone say 2 boys need you?
We needed help with limbs, you know. So my brother had 2 very, very deformed, I guess you could say, or very limbs that were bent the wrong way, his legs and things like that. So he needed the removal of those limbs and get prosthetics. And myself, I needed my own things as well. So, you know, so we came to Australia for surgery originally. And you know, eventually we learned how to walk, learn English, you know, how to feed ourselves, dress ourselves. You know, my brother drives a car now, you know, so all the things that a lot of people take for granted, we had to learn. And we did, but we had to do it at 7 or 8 years old, you know, so all the firsts for us were in Australia. There was a lot of firsts in Australia for us. And so it was incredible, but at the same time, we also, in Iraq, women have no rights and it's a huge culture change, put it that way. So being raised by a woman, it was something completely different. It was just, yeah, a huge culture change for us. And we learned very quickly that in Australia, women run the country, not men.
Love that.
So, and my mum pretty, you know, knocked that into us pretty quickly, and it was beautiful. You know, it was an incredible atmosphere that I grew up with. I grew up with a number of children in the orphanage who, in Australia, who also had their own stories. You know, children from Palestine, Israel in the same house. You know, children from Iraq, children from Albania, Italy. You know, Vietnam. Philippines.
How did you feel? Did you love that? Constantly new energy? And
yeah, you know, it was new energy, new experiences, new cultures, you know, but we found a way to live with one another. We found a way to love one another. And actually, it was funny, the countries that are fighting now, the countries that are in war now, these children came and met each other, and at first, for probably about the first week, they hated each other, but by the end of the trip, they were best friends. If not, they were more best friends than a Palestinian and a Filipino, or an Iraqi and an Australian. You know, so it was incredible how these bonds were just built, because they realised they're no different to anyone else. They're exactly the same. We're all equal. We're all special. We're all beautiful. And the more we fight, the more we forget the beautiful qualities about mankind. And so these kids started realising it. And these kids were, you know, 10, 15, 20-year-olds in some cases, you know. So it was incredible how these friendships were just created. It was lifelong friendships, you know. And these children are still talking to each other through Facebook, through, you know, so it's incredible.
So she created a whole community kind of by default, not probably anticipating that, but bringing all these cultures in her home.
She just believes when you're helping people, there shouldn't be any politics. And there's no religion, there's no politics, it's just doing something right, you know, one act of kindness. And her act of kindness was helping these children and giving them a second chance at life. And them making friendships and making relationships was a bonus. So it was awesome. It was super cool.